All right, good morning.
Good morning.
So please introduce yourself.
I'm Sandra Montes, and I have been in the Episcopal Church for about 30 years. And during that time, I've been a musician, a writer, a speaker. Uh, for work, I am working presently as the interim worship director at Union Theological Seminary, and I work as a consultant for the Episcopal Church Foundation.
Great. So talk a little bit about your particular gifts or experience or perspective that comes into play at a time like this.
I'm a musician, and I think music, for me at least, is a great way to express what I'm feeling and to calm me down. I remember when I was little, my brother and I would, love to watch scary movies, and then we would go to our rooms and start singing little, Christian songs, coritos in Spanish, just to calm ourselves down and just to, not be so scared. And so I kind of still do that this day. When I'm feeling a little stressed, I start singing and just try to remember the joy that I have inside, even though it doesn't show sometimes.
Mhm.
Um, Also, I write. So I think for me, at least, writing helps me to express myself and just to get those feelings out. Uh,
Mhm.
I'm also very, like I love humor.
Mhm.
And I think that's also one thing that we can do right now. Just, laugh about things, try to keep that humor going. And and I must admit that it's not easy, and it becomes difficult at times,
Mhm.
to be able to use any of those gifts to remain in a joyful or hopeful state
Mhm.
during this pandemic.
So what kind of advice would you have for people who are going through this particular time?
I think one of the things that is really important is to just try to remember who we are.
Mhm.
Um, I try to remind myself that I am a person who loves and who loves to laugh,
Yeah.
who loves joy and who has faith.
Yeah.
And, just to keep that in our mind so that we can just remember that we've been through things and things have been difficult, and we have gone through them and gotten to the other side. I think that's important. And right now, when I'm saying this, I'm like, I need to remind myself of that. The things
Mhm.
I've gone through, I've gone past, past them, and with God's help and with my family and friends,
Mhm.
these too will pass.
Yeah. So is there any kind of continuing question or that's rolling around, in your head or your heart that is a part of this time period, this now?
I keep asking myself how and why. I guess I keep asking myself, those questions. How did this happen and why? And, one thing that I keep asking people is, can you believe this is happening?
Hmm.
That's just a question that is just, it just seems so incredible, uh,
Hmm.
like a movie or like a book that is, I never thought anything like this would happen. So my question is just like, going back and, reading some things. And by the way, one other thing to do is don't watch everything that's out there.
Yeah.
Tell myself, because that's one thing that I have had to tell myself over and over. Do not click on that video. Do not look at those statistics. Do not, you know, watch the news like all the time. I think that's important. But yeah, so the question just keeps coming is, I can't believe this. Can you believe this is happening? How did this really happen? Or how is it happening so quickly? And why? Those are the questions that just keep, popping around.
Yeah. Well, Sandra, thank you so much for taking time to do this today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for the invitation and thanks for your videos. They really are helpful.
Oh, thank you. Bye-bye.